Now let me get to Cameron and his bitch assness, right? Now, as y'all know, Cameron and Dame been going back and forth. Even me and Cameron and had a little back and forth for a minute, right? But me and Cam been keeping it. We throwing jabs, but not below the belt. And I promise that I wouldn't say nothing too personal or reveal stuff that I know that would damage his reputation that he may not even know that I have if, things between us remain respectful. You know what I'm saying? Without, just keeping it between us, right? So I stand on that. I'm not gonna go and drag the nigga. Where's my water? I'm not gonna go hit below the belt. But I feel like Cam is hitting below the belt with Dame, right? Now, he just responded to Dame on his gossip show. Nigga, don't joke. What you talking about? I got into this because we be talking about sports. We be talking about sports. So y'all niggas be out here, y'all be putting out niggas' business and stuff. But me, we just be talking about sports. No, nigga. Talking with Flea is gossip. That's the Wendy Williams show, nigga. This dude try to put himself in a space where he ain't out here uh gossiping when and dropping tea like he's Tasha or Wendy Williams. The joint with Mace is one thing. You know what I'm saying? And neither one of y'all niggas went pro to be sitting here critiquing these pro athletes, right? Y'all niggas ain't even graduate from college, god damn it. And y'all sitting here talking trash about these professional athletes. Y'all just gossiping with sports. But the talking with Flea show, that's bitch assness. You just up there talking about niggas. You talk about niggas, you just putting niggas out there. You don't talk about unsleeping on niggas' couches. And you had to get a nigga on some money. Right? So people been waiting for Cam to respond to Dame. When he come back to respond, he's so weak, he can't even do a show by himself. He got like three dudes up there dragging them into it, right? You know what I'm saying? Yo, 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 what did Dame do to you? Why? Nobody wants to know what Dame did to none of these other dudes, right? We want to hear what Dame did to you and what your beef is with Dame. You got to drag other people in it because you can't hold it down by yourself. This shit is hard, ain't it? Right, Flea? It's hard, huh? You can't do this by yourself. You need niggas. Yo. So yo, the dude asked him, so yo, Cam, man, yo, so what happened with you and Dame? You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's going on? Nah, nigga. No. What happened with you and Dame? Let's talk about what happened with you and Dame. Like, nigga, the show is called The Nigga That Fleed from the Rucker, right? It ain't none of the other dudes' show. It's about talking with the dude that fleed from the Rucker, right? But you want to bring these other guys in the show, and that goes to show how weak you are in this space right here. That you got to have co-hosts, even just to address one man, right? The nigga come on to co-host just so you can answer questions, and you're questioning the guy that's supposed to be answering you, asking you questions. Nobody knows him to know what him and Dame beef is, and you just dragging these niggas into it, right? Pathetic. It ain't easy, is it, huh? So one of the guys, I guess the dude name is Larry, right? Now I don't know if Cam's sleeping with this dude or not, because Cam had a lot of pillow talk that he was dropping between him and Larry. So I don't know if Larry is his boo thing or what, but Cam was pillow talking like a mother. Like, I don't know if this dude Larry sat down and gave Cam a bunch of tea to get on there and talk about Dame with, because clearly he said he didn't have no problem with Dame. You know what I'm saying? But Cam did all this pillow talking and talked all this stuff about Larry, right? So I'm wondering if Larry is his boo. You know what I'm saying? Because the stuff that Cam was um, reiterating from a private Larry conversation, because Larry's sitting right there, and he didn't say none of the stuff that Cam said. Cam just sitting up there telling all Larry business and all the stuff that Larry told him about Dame off the record, right? Now, this is where Cam was being a bitch, right? He goes and he talks about, Dame says in his interview that he like, yo, you over there with Larry, I introduced you to Larry, right? Like, I shared my connect with Larry with you. Now you over there with Larry, and now it's F me when I introduce you to him, right? So Cam goes, you talking about you introduced me to Larry. What you talking? Nori introduced you to Larry. So what, nigga? So what? Nori introduced Dame to Larry. That has nothing to do with you. Nori didn't introduce you to Larry. Nori introduced Dame to Larry. Whether it was 3 days ago, 5 days ago, 5 weeks ago, 5 months ago, 5 years ago. You met Larry through Dame, not Nori, nigga. Not Nori. And what you did that was some bitch shit was you sit there and you talked about Dame's son, who has nothing to do with you and Dame beefing. Dame ain't drag your son into none of this. He didn't drag nobody in your family into none of this. He keeping it between you and him. This nigga Cam get up there. Yeah, you talking about Larry, and Larry, he let Boogie come live in his house for 5 years. You know, that's your son. How your son, a grown ass man, over here living in this man house for 5 years, and you got something to say about Larry? Like Larry's his bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, in my personal opinion, why are you putting Boogie's business out there? Boogie is a grown ass man. He's way over 25 years old right now. If he was living with Larry, that's his business. He's grown and on his own. But if he living with Larry, he living with his girl, he living with his mother, it don't matter if he not living with Dame. He probably not living with Dame because he can't live under Dame's roof, under Dame's rules. And our kids do that. At a certain age, they feel like they don't want to deal with our rules or how we do things. So they want to go and do whatever they want. You go. If you can't obey by my rules in my house, get the hell out. You're grown. Go get a job. You're not going to act like Dame didn't raise Boogie. You're not going to act like Dame didn't take care of Boogie. And I'm not sitting here being Dame's pom-pom carrier, pause. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it'd be looking like I'll be defending Dame, but when truth is truth, and that's just that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a parent out there, you know that. We raise our kids, and then when our kids get a certain age, they don't want to listen to us. They want to do what the hell they want to do. Well, you're not going to do what you want to do and live under my goddamn roof. You know what I'm saying? So Boogie had nothing to do with this conversation. And you sat there and put his business out there, and he's a grown man talking about how he was living with Larry for 5 years. And then Larry goes and he corrects Cam. Yo, whoop, timeout, flag on the play, Cam. The nigga wasn't living with me for 5 years, Cam. He was living with me for 2.5. So you getting up there exaggerating it. Yeah, your son over here living, that's your son. Why your son over here living with another man for 5 years? And then the dude Larry goes, Boogie's family. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with Dane, and you sitting there talking about the pillow talk. That's pillow talk. Larry told you that in pillow talk. Not for you to go and put Boogie out there. And then, and then you gonna call Larry, he gonna help Boogie get his own apartment, and you gonna go and sit there and talking about, why you gonna go and get him a place, you know what I'm saying? They got a bar at the downstairs. You know he alcoholic. Why are you dragging Boogie, nigga? Why are you putting Boogie's business out there? He has nothing. You think you're embarrassing Dane by talking about his son's shortcomings? He's grown, Cammy. Stop being a bitch and putting the kids involved in it. Why are you dragging Dame kids involved when you and his beef? All Dame doing is talking about you. He never mentioned your son. He never mentioned nobody in your family. Why are you dragging his kids in it, nigga? You're being a bitch. Because you ain't got no dirt on Dame that he did to you. What did Dame do to you? You ain't got nothing to say about what Dame did to you. So you sitting there and you trying to make him look bad as a father because his son is living with somebody else. His son is grown, my nigga. And you a sucker for that shit. That was a sucker move. And if none of your niggas is man enough to tell you, yo, Cam, you didn't have to do that to Boogie. You didn't have to put Boogie business out there because that that is really no reflection on Dame. We know Dame raised his kids. Boogie lived with Dame his whole life. Not Linda, Dame. Dame had got custody of Boogie and he was living with Dame. Dame raised his son. If he living with somebody and he's damn near 30 years old now, that's his decision as a grown ass man. I'm pretty much sure if Dame wanted him to if he needed a place to stay, Dame would not deny his son a place to lay his head in any of his homes if he's going to obey his rules. If they on the outs and he choose to go stay somewhere else, that's on him. But you're a fucking sucker, nigga, for sitting there putting that out there. And that was some pillow talking bullshit, bro. That was some bullshit, nigga. And I ain't here to defend Dame and I ain't here to defend Boogie, but that was some fucking sucker ass shit, nigga. You and Larry pillow talking, and you get up there and sit. And remember, you met Larry through Dame. So he hooked you up with somebody that he was doing business with. He doing something for his family, and you meet this nigga, and you get on the internet and put Boogie, throw him under the bus, my nigga. For his friends to be like, oh, yo, you was living with Larry. Oh, yo, you got a substance abuse problem. You know, you a sucker, nigga. You are a sucker for that. You are a sucker, nigga. That was some bitch made shit, nigga. The kids ain't got nothing to do with nothing, nigga. Larry could have got up there and said that himself. He's sitting right there. He didn't say none of that. And if none of your niggas in that room don't agree with me, they just on your goddamn nuts. That was some whole nigga shit, Cam. That was some whole nigga shit. I can't believe you did Boogie like that. And then you lying. Somebody he lived there for 5 years, and it was and the dude had to correct you and say it was 2.5 years. And that wasn't even your place to say that. Larry was supposed to say that if he wanted to say that. That was some bitch shit, nigga. Why you can't stick to what problems you and Dame had, and if Dame wronged you? Why would you do that, bro? And then the other bitch shit you did with the Queen of Harlem chick. That was some more whack juice. Now, you know Dame got a girl. And you would sit there and talk about how he was hitting on another chick and was trying to bone another chick, knowing that his girl's going to see the interview, my nigga. Whole shit. You can get out Dame without being a bitch, my nigga. That's whole shit. You would sit there and talk about how he was hitting on another woman. You know when he's in a relationship and nobody say, oh, Choke, you said Dame hit on Beyonce. Nigga, that shit is 30 years ago. And he wasn't with her. He ain't even know her yet. You being a hoe, Cam. You sit here and talk about us doing shows and niggas gossiping. What are you doing, nigga? What is your show based on? Gossip, nigga. All you doing is talking about people. You're not talking about sports when you up there on this flea shit. And then you're gonna go one step further and talk about Rel Mac and how Dame said to you, you know, and who Rel Mac is one of his best friends. And he tell you, yo, you think Rel will feel a way about that? And you're gonna go and say that publicly, knowing that somebody's gonna send that to Rel. You're gossiping, nigga. You're pillow talking. You pink pillow talking ass nigga. Why you can't keep it between you and Dame and what Dame did to you? Now you dragging Rel in it. You dragging the Queen of Harlem in it. You dragging mother Boogie in it. Why you can't keep it between you and Dame? Cause the nigga ain't do nothing bad to you. You ain't got nothing to say about what he did to you, but other than help you. So you sitting there trying to ruin all his other relationships with his girl, with his mans. You being a hoe, nigga. This is over, Instagram. You being a hoe. And I can't believe none of those dudes up there told you your kid. Well, it's your show, so they can't tell you to chill. They could just sit back. And then your man, the light skinned nigga, he like, oh, when you mention Rel, oh, like when you mention the Queen of Harlem, he like, oh, cause he like, yo, nigga, I ain't know you was gonna go there. Like, yo, come on, Cam. He don't want to tell you, yo, Cam, you being a hoe. He don't want to say that. You just see his reaction. He just like, oh. Now he don't want to be up there when you doing that because you pillow talking, nigga. You being a straight up hoe, Cam. That shit you did about his son, man. That's real. Cam was out of pocket for putting family business out there. Boogie is innocent. Ratting on Dame with the other woman was whack too. Cam got to wear that sucker jacket for all that. Lord Hyberg, good looking, man. I appreciate the donation. Cam, you's a bitch, nigga. That was some bitch made shit, nigga. You need to pull your pink panties up and man the F up, my nigga. That was like the Boogie shit is super foul. That's super foul, my nigga. That is super foul, my nigga. I don't care what nobody say. That is foul. You got Dame's teeth to talk about. You got his eye to talk about. You got him lying about being the chairman of Revolt. It's so much stuff that you could talk about, Dame. That shit you did with his son, bro. You lost respect. And I'm sure I'm not the only person out there that feel that way. You didn't have to drag his son into it and put that man business out there. That goes to show you. I told y'all, Cam is a sensitive ass nigga. You's a sensitive ass nigga. That's whole nigga shit. You a hoe, nigga. You's a hoe. You know he's a hoe. Talk about damn kids in every show. You's a hoe. You know he's a hoe. Yo, man. Yo, man. Oh, man. Cam, you's a whole ass nigga for that shit. I doubt Dame ever could forgive you for that. Like, I know Boogie, like, damn, nigga. Like, now he got to answer to his friends and like, yo, you is a sucker, nigga. You's a sucker, Cam. You is a mother effing sucker, nigga. Blow pop having ass nigga. You's a sucker, nigga. Man, choke no joke, man. I'm going. That's all I could say, man, because I'll just sit here for the rest of the night saying how much of a he's a sucker. Pillow talking ass, sucker ass nigga. Larry must have boned you, nigga. What y'all got going on? You pillow talking. You became a hoe. You was a hoe for the night, nigga. Choke no joke. I'm out. One love, B. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel, man. Hoe ass Cam. They counted me out, 'cause I didn't want to get down. Niggas talking about God there. What God? What God are you talking about? Say his name. This nigga went Eric Benet. Now the baddest girl won't show her face. You know your ass in the way when she show up to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you ain't even say her name. Lame, you better say Dame. In the streets, we call you roadblock. Nigga, you shot. Nigga, you block rocks. Like when Chris was about to pop. Like MJ moonwalking like Spock. You abuse your power fast. You killed the thought that's black.
Jay told me in no certain terms that, you know, no rapper can really afford to look bad in front of him. So it's almost like we gotta blackball him.
Shout out to Jay-Z for seeing the big picture here.
Yeah, and it was a hard pill to swallow.
Tariq, you kill the weeds, not the seeds that grow the trees. And as long as you alive, Dame should have a milli. Fuck you mean bleed. Nigga, don't get me started. You know I'm retarded and lion-hearted. You flipped on your peeps for those peoples in them white sheets. Like you pro-black. We pass nil and how you shit on cap.
Did you kneel to what you stand?
What I what?
Did you kneel to what you stand?
Okay. I think we've passed kneeling.
Nigga, you got the check. The pros went back. And that's no cap. Leaving cap. With no salary cap. Your son said you his dad. And you never threw him a pass. Watching his siblings in the stands. Say lips, say no, say hands. You say the kid is not your son. They call you Hov. It must be immaculate conception. Immaculate conception. What? Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Niggas choke.